The African Voice is a show that brings Africa to your table, that defends, that exposes, that tries to analyze the events that take place on our continent of Africa. Today, I'm delighted and honored to revisit one of the problems that we have had on this great continent or Africa for a long time, the conflict of Democratic Republic of Congo, which has consumed most of our time, consumed most of our resources, destroyed property, human rights abuses, economic decline in this great country of Africa and Democratic Republic of Congo. Ladies and gentlemen, mine is to add a voice to those who have talked before, to add a voice to those who will engage themselves on the conflict of DRC. The conflict of the Democratic Republic of Congo has taken a different dimension. Ceasefire upon ceasefire have been broken. Today, as we speak, the Angola ceasefire communique seems to have gone to tatters. There is still fighting in the Democratic Republic of Congo on both sides, because I have no side that I'm going to lean on. The only side that I have is the side of peace. It's the only side that I want to call upon the people of Congo and all the rebels, the stakeholders of Congo, to come out, speak frankly, openly, candidly, resolve this conflict. The way things are going today, you can look at it and know it is nothing, but we might not get peace in the soonest time possible. New developments have taken place since we last spoke about DRC Congo. The African Union Summit last weekend in Addis Ababa, where South Africa took over the chairmanship of African Peace Security Commission or Council. The Congo issue came out as one of the most disturbing issues, but no concrete, coherent resolutions were passed to force the rebels and the government to sit on table concretely to resolve this conflict. What then is going on behind the scenes? This part one of my presentation, which I have started already, is to put out a straightforward analysis. Is DRC Congo heading to SADC for help instead of the East African forces, stabilization force that is already authorized by the East African heads of state? Impeccable intelligence reports coming from both cities, both countries of Southern Africa and the SADC indicate yes. It indicates so, because DRC Congo is a member of both countries, of both organizations, of SADC and the East African community. The entry of SADC into the conflict, which they had already, some of the SADC countries, Tanzania, South Africa, were involved And remember, we have a UN MONUSCO force which is still in Congo, has been there for 15 years. It has never helped to bring one village under their control. All we have seen is a multiplication of rebel groups, 132 groups sitting on the territory of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Viewers, those who will pick my clip, the question therefore, what has forced the government of DRC Congo to look south to get their SADC partners to come into the conflict, to stabilize or to start fighting the M23 rebels who have not been sitting on table, who have not adhered to the ceasefire, as they claim that they are also being attacked by the Congolese army that is attacking them in the positions where they are. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers of this clip, it is very saddening, therefore, that the East African Community heads of state decided to mandate His Excellency, the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, to lead a mediation assessment group to facilitate the dialogue and the peace process of the Democratic Republic of Congo. For more than 20, almost 15 years, also almost coming to 20 years, the United Nations, after mandating its peacekeepers to enter Congo, not many good things have happened so far. And that's why the East African heads of state decided that they better take it upon themselves to create a stabilizing force composed of East African Community armies that will go into Congo to stabilize as a standby force. The pacification of Congo, therefore, remains in the hands of Africa and Africans. But there seems to be an external enemy. There are external enemies who have actually profiteered out of this proxy war. We have had countries like Qatar, France, the US, now Russia. Where is the problem then? A few weeks ago, we had the Congolese government spokesman saying they will bring in Russian military to help them to fight the M23 rebels. What is the problem? What is at the center of all this? I want to be candid and tell you, as a man who has resolved a sharp conflict of this nature before, at the center of all this, there is what we call dishonesty. All parties in this conflict are not honest.